Well, hello, General Hospital Daily Recap fans. Today's daily recap is for Friday, May the 10th, 2024. Friday, May the 10th. Well, let's get to, I would say, the good stuff. The good stuff is Ava. Ava has egg on her face, and now she's trying to figure out how she's going to backpedal and now work her own true agenda. See, she flipped off at the mouth with Sonny, talking about, I'll just move out, and he called her bluff. So Ava goes, gets the medication. She goes and talks to the pharmacist. She pretends like she's Sonny's wife. And the pharmacist tells her, she wants to know how many more refills because she scratched off the number of refills on that label. And he checked the system and he goes, oh, there's 4 more refills. And she says, because I'm getting ready to we're going to take a long trip and I want to make sure we have enough medication. And he goes, no, there's enough refills. So then she starts questioning him about if a person's not taking the full dose, how will they be acting? And just different questions. And he goes, well, you're going to notice a shift in personality and changes, because bipolarness, they're going to have symptoms. It doesn't happen overnight, but it ramps up, and so over time. And so Ava's okay. And then he goes, but if there are some true questions, because she goes, this is a new medication for my husband. This is a different one, right, than he's been accustomed to. And the pharmacist would be able to see that, if this is a different medication, because this is actually, you know what? I don't know. Yes, this is Sonny's pharmacist, because he was able to look up and see how many more prescriptions or refills the prescription had. And as she's leaving, she goes, well, thank you so much for your time. Because he goes, have you been noticing anything off or different? Well, she goes, no. Like I said, we're getting ready to take a vacation, an extended vacation, and I wanted to make sure there was no problem with his medication. So she walks out, and I don't know, the look on her face was either, okay, she knows the pharmacist is in on it, because remember, she's allegedly supposed to be finding out who did this. Well, for one, the change, mess up in dosage would come from the pharmacy, right? So he goes, why don't you set an appointment with his doctor if you feel the medication is not right for him? She goes, no need for that. I had some questions. So she's feeling like, So when Sonny gets, oh, now Natalia is a piece of work. Sonny is too. Sonny's thinking he's Mr. Suave, cool and debonair with the ladies, making all these compliments. And he ends up inviting her. He goes, I have a +1 to, a wedding of, a family friend's daughter. I'm like her godfather. No pun intended, right? And I have a +1. And she goes, oh, you mean Ava? She goes, I told you it's not like that with me and Ava. And she goes, but he goes, remember you asked me, was I waiting for someone? He goes, I wasn't waiting for someone. I brought Ava here. We were going to have lunch, but, got into a little argument. He says, she's talking about moving out. He says, so with any luck, by the time he goes, I might go home to an empty house. And so he goes, so why don't we sit here a little longer and sip on this coffee to give her more time to move out? Wow. So they're talking, and that's when he ended up inviting her for the +1. And oh, she just cheeses every opportunity. Big old cheese with Sonny. And everything's a giggle. And I'm like, okay, that's over the top and ridiculous, because that is not your persona anywhere else. And so he says, my daughter's going to be, hey, he goes, my daughter's going to be there with Blaze. And he goes, or she may have mentioned Blaze is going there. Christina's her plus one, you know. And so he goes, yeah, I heard about that. He goes, well, you know what? Why don't we be the proud parents, you know, of those two? And so she's like, what? When Sonny finds out, and it's not going to be for another month or so, when Sonny finds out that Natalia does not approve of Christina, he's going to drop her like a hot potato. When he finds out that she's trying to suppress and hide their relationship, oh, he's not going to stand for it. See, she talked the way she talked with Alexis about Christina just being a bartender, but she would never, nor will she even indicate that to Sonny. Right? That's telling you Natalia's agenda. If that's truly the way she felt, she would feel that way around no matter what parent she's talking to, right? So I can't wait. You know, Natalia's like, oh, I got to go talk my way into a hairdresser's appointment. I got to find me a dress and some shoes. So thank you again. She takes off out of there. So Sonny gets home and Ava is still there. And Ava's like, Sonny, he goes, I'm surprised you're still here. Well, no, Sonny, look, I didn't like the way we left things earlier. I overreacted, Sonny. You know, I really, okay, I'm not invited to the wedding. That's okay. She goes, you know, I was looking forward to going, but I could see your point. I see your point. And I overreacted. He goes, good. I'm glad you see it because you did overreact, you know? And so she goes, but I mean, I am, you know, gonna look for a place for me and Avery. And she goes, and of course, it would be nothing that changes or violates our visitation agreement that we have, meaning I ain't moving out of town, which you know she's not moving out of town. She's got the gallery. And Sonny says, look, just for the record, moving was your idea, Ava, not mine. I like the arrangement we have. I like having people in the house. He says, so I would like you to stay. But if you want to go, by all means, go. But just know that's your decision. I never even made you feel like you weren't welcome here. And so she goes, no, and you know, truth be told, Sonny, truth be told, I'm happy to hear you say that because Avery likes, you know, the arrangement. And I do too. I do too. And he goes, well, good. So then we're all good. And she goes, well, look, Sonny, I know I'm not going to the wedding, but why don't we do this? So Frank doesn't have to worry about, you know, waiting the entire event outside. Why don't I drop you off? And when you're done, I could come pick you up. That is no problem, no trouble at all. And he looked at her, he goes, well, that won't be necessary. He said, I'll be driving myself. He says, besides, I'm taking Natalia, Blaze's mom, to the wedding as my plus one. But thanks for the offer. And Sonny, but when he came in, he poured himself a deep glass of dark alcohol, whiskey, scotch, whatever that is, right? And thanks for the offer. And he takes his glass and walks back to his room. And she turns and she's like, ooh, now I have to get rid of that Natalia. Oh, the look on her face. Mm-hmm. How you gonna manipulate that out, Ava? How you gonna work that out? You're doing it the wrong way, period. But okay. You do you, Ava. So, you know, that was interesting. That was pretty much the best dynamic to me of the episode. So now we have Sam. I wanted to slap Sam senseless. So of course it was Dante that she called yesterday, said, I need to see you. And they meet at the park, and she's telling him, Jason finally told me what he's been doing for 2 years. And Dante says, oh, really? He has been working with the FBI as an informant. And he wouldn't tell me why, but it must be big. And what would she say? Something she said, and Dante says, you know what? Huh? I knew that. And she says, what do you mean you knew that? He said, when I was in the hospital, my father came in just right after I woken up the next day. Things were still very fuzzy to me. I don't remember a lot when I first woke up. And Sam says, well, I hope you remember me. And he goes, of course I remember our conversation, and I remember you being there, right? He goes, but my father came in telling me how Jason was a traitor. He was working as an informant for the FBI, and he can't trust Jason anymore. He says, and I told my father, if Jason was giving up information on you, you would already be in jail. He said, definitely. And so he says, and then Jason came in not too long after Sonny was there. And Jason was checking on me, making sure I was okay. And he told me he was an informant for the FBI. She says, and you didn't tell me? And he goes, because I didn't remember, Sam. That wasn't anything that was really, really important to me at the time. It's not until you're mentioning this to me right now that, yeah, I knew that, or I was told that. And so she goes, well, it has to be something big. If Jason is, it has to be, there have to be something they're holding over him. We have to find, we have to help him, Dante. He's Danny's father, and we need to help him. And when she said that, I leaned back in my chair, everybody, and I said, you got to be kidding me. Does Jason Morgan even seem like the type that needs your help, Sam, and Dante's help? Why would he need your help? And so Dante looks at her, and she goes, Danny has already lost time with his father. I don't want nothing to happen to Jason. That's Danny's father. We got to make sure that we help Jason. And Dante says, well, look, I'm already looking into events because of the mob hits for the different mob bosses that have been hit, across the country. And Sam says, well, I don't really care about everybody else, but I do care about Sonny, and I care about Jason. What a walking contradiction. You come in and you tell Jason how you don't want him nowhere near his son because he is such a danger. Yet, you want to insert yourself into what it is, it is, a dangerous situation, because you got to help Jason. And you want to put Dante in that situation too. And he just recovered from being shot. Okay. So, what kind of sense does that make? See, that all goes back to years ago, and not even just years ago, Christina reminding Sam, you are a danger junkie. You thrive on it. You love it. She has the nerve to condemn Jason and want Dante to quit his job because of danger, but she want to run right into whatever danger she's running into with Dante. See, what happened when she found out, wait a minute, Jason, You're not working for Sonny? That's what she's wanted all along. All along. She's wanted Jason to stop working for Sonny because of the danger. Oh, well, I had that kind of wrong. Oh, she's going to be sniffing around Jason now every chance she gets. And I can't stand Sam. I can't stand her. Carly and Britt accepted Jason for who he is, period. 100% acceptance. Sam, on the other hand, I can't. She's becoming one of the most unlikables to me because she's two-faced and she talks out the side of her mouth. Now, while you out sniffing and snooping, not spending time monitoring Danny, trying to control him, he gonna be sniffing, snooping around you. Danny's gonna be seeing what you doing. See, you so busy telling Jason he gonna do what you do. Danny's gonna do what she does. Sam, and I hope Jason don't give her the time. Don't even look her way. They better not play that theme song they used to have. What is it? A love worth fighting for. The little guitar, oh my goodness, that was their theme song, Bonnie and Clyde. They better not play that again on General Hospital. Seriously. Okay. So, question. Kate tells Jason about Carly going to Pentonville to see Brennan. And he is asking Jason, what did she say to him? Oh, I'm sorry. We share the same brain, right? Carly and I share the same brain. So let me switch over to that brain so I could tell you exactly what she said. Jason says, how would I know what she said? I didn't even know she went. Well, you better find out what that conversation was about. Oh, Cates I can't stand John Cates. Okay. You know so much, John, you find out what they were talking about. So then he calls Anna. Anna comes over after Anna's questioning Dex about how does he feel about Dante and, does he feel Dante would be compromised? And Dex is like, no, he feels Dante's a really, really good cop, right? Which, of course, why would you have to ask him that, Anna? I can't stand you either. So Jason tells about Carly going to see Brennan, and he's like, how do you think Carly even heard Carly could tell or knew to even go see Brennan? He goes, well, when Cates came, Carly was here. He says, Cates just barged right in. And I asked Carly to leave. He says, but if I know Carly, as soon as Kate started talking, she found herself a nice spot to eavesdrop. And she heard Kate's talking about Brennan. And so she goes, did she hear? Did Kate say anything about pikemen? Did she? He goes, nope. He goes, I made sure the conversation did not go towards pikemen. He says, he goes, just in case Carly was eavesdropping. See, Jason is smart. He's like, I let Kate say as much as he wanted to say. Carly could hear whatever, that part, but the really good stuff, he made sure, just in case Carly was there. He says, whatever Carly is doing because she thinks she's protecting me. Well, you have to talk to Carly and you have to find out what she told Brennan. And Jason says, no, I'm too close to this. I'm too close to it. If I question Carly about it, she will then really know it's important to me and she'll dig her heels in even more, feeling like she has to protect me. I cannot be the one to talk to Carly. So Anna's like, well, I guess it'll have to be me. And he's like, yep. And one thing Dante told Sam, he says, Sam, I really think you need to stay out of this. I really do. And of course, she ain't gonna listen because we're not through talking. They're not through talking. We'll hear more of her on that, right? So pretty much that was it, everybody. Nothing good. No cliffhanger Friday. No good May sweeps. Ugh. I'll be back on Monday with another daily recap of General Hospital. So let's go to comment corner, comment corner. And today I get to start from the bottom up. So it's going to be bottoms up, everybody. We have Clemmy saying Sonny holds no bards. He could care less how he says anything. He does not bite his tongue. So funny. What goes around comes around. So who is being the mistress of the house? No, so how does being the mistress of the house feel now? Sam and Laura has lost their minds. Sam did not know what to do when she found out about Jason. She should have bit her tongue off. I am so sick of hearing Natalia talking about Blaze is a star. So what, she is not allowed to have a life? And then Brenda says, Natalie is all about herself. Maybe Natalia. Natalia is all about herself. This is BLQ and Chase's day. She wants Blaze on top of the world. Miss Lady, right on target. Tell it. And then Claire says, I love Ava and Sunny, the Ava and Sunny scene. She just knew she was going to the wedding. He burst her bubble big time. Once he starts spiraling on her, then maybe she will get him some help. Laura helping Heather will be damage to her career. She will be voted out as mayor, and maybe Jordan will have to be interim mayor until election time. I wonder, since Sam knows Jason is no longer working for Sonny, will she be crushing on him again? Stay tuned. I think she's so boring with Dante. She absolutely is going to be sniffing around Jason again. Absolutely. LaShawn, and then once she gets him, and I hope she doesn't. Okay. To me, Carly and Jason need to pick up where they left off before Sonny came back. They make a great couple. LaShanta says, Ava do too much. The nerve of her. I laughed so hard. She crossed off Carly and Nina for Natalia to slide in. I'm annoyed with Blaze and her mother. I knew Chrissy would get her just desserts through Blaze and her mom. Sonny loves the ladies. Ava got money. This is when Ava's going to use Sonny's manic behavior against him. She's going to set him up so she could get full custody of Avery. That's what she's going to angle for. Good point about Kiki. Sonny knew what Ava did, so why trust her, especially with what she did to Morgan? Someone said Sonny should not go. He is invited to by Lois and Brooklyn. Yeah, he was invited, and he doesn't really feel he's acting different, and he would not go off at a wedding. Something would have to trigger him. Sherry says, look, he may try to buy them give them $1 million check, something crazy, right? Sherry says, no May Sweep storyline coming out of GH. None whatsoever. Brenda says, it's time for Ava to move on so she won't get blamed for Sonny's meds. You're better off. Kick rocks. But she's not. She's going to stay around and get blamed, and good for her. LaShanta says, wear that dress to the jail. Connie was Sonny's childhood love and fiance. I'm over Gregory. He just told Tracy he would get an aide. But he meant an aide. He does have one. He did let them get him an aide. He just didn't want one for the night. Good Ava overplayed her hands. The way Natalia talks about Brooklyn, no ma'am. When the artists come out, their fans relate. When artists come out, their fans relate. Yep, most of the time they do. They don't care. Please, Sonny, not her. I'm over Laura. She needs to be fired. She's abusing her office. Jason needs to put Sam in her place. I bet she called Spinelli. Nope, she called Dante. We need to help him. She's going to be nosy. I can't stand her anymore. It's none of her business about the tattoos. Exactly. Next thing we know, Sam going to get one. I'm just over Sam. And Lisa said, did Ava really think she would be invited to Brooklyn's wedding? Does Ava think they just forgot who killed Connie? Just because they didn't run her out of town, she thinks they have forgiven her. Well, she says it was a long time ago and they don't have no proof. That's what she thinks. That's all she cares about. Um, she's going to get herself moved out of Sonny's house. Well, she ate crow and nestled herself right back in and trying to figure out her next move. And then Lisa also says he will buy Ava and Avery a place. Is he going to let Ava move with Avery? Well, Avery stays half and half, really, with both of them. He is letting her take Avery with her, half and half. They share custody. Sonny, they don't share custody, but Sonny lets pretty much Ava have Avery half the time. Perfect timing for Natalia to get invited to the wedding. OMG, she wants to go to mess up Blaze and Christina's night. And she's gonna have to do it all in behind Sonny's back, because if he sees it, that'll set him off, right? She's just waiting to interfere in Blaze's life and cause problems for her and Christina. Lucy says Sam is annoying. If she wants Jason back, she's going about it the wrong way. Ron says the look Sonny gave Ava was priceless. She just knew she had him where she wanted him. And Ava considered it a slap in the face when he told her she was not going. That is so true. Lisa says, I'm so sick of Sam. Her attitude towards Jason, she thinks he is horrible. Now, thinking Jason is getting Danny to lie to her, she wants Jason to guarantee that Danny would never get hurt. Jason can go to Sam's home and visit Danny. Her telling Jason that now Danny will want a tattoo just because he has one. That's stupid. The school error, Danny missed class. She apologized to Jason, Sam, or she did. She's been very nosy. Well, I don't know that she apologized. She just said, Danny's okay. Yeah, she didn't really apologize for accusing him. It is not her business that Jason doesn't work with Sonny now. She wants all the information about Jason now. Jason should have told her to keep her mouth shut. And then Lucy says, great recap. You read our comments very well. Thanks, recap lady. All right, a couple more and then time is up. Lisa also says Gregory is being hateful towards Finn. Wow. What was it Heather drugging the town people with LSD all over town? Yep, she sure was. Heather's done a lot of bad. DB says Sam is annoying. She can't believe Jason chose the streets until she finds this out. All right, that's it, everybody. That's it for Comment Corner. I will be back on Monday with another daily recap of General Hospital.